Lightning flickered through the windows of the gating part, the furthermost inn of Gore. "Landlord!" yelled Sir Donard de Brunis. "Where's the prince's ale?" Mordred stared sullenly into his empty tankard. "You have no need to shout," he said. "You remind me of my mother." He always wore a plain gesseraunt on these trips, because even the most daffish peasant would recognize the prince's armor. But what did that matter now Dornard had given his rank away? He had spent most of the night drinking, and he was still not drunk, but it was better to be in an empty inn on the windswept westermost marches than to endure the daily duty of Morgaine's courtly receptions at the High Table. Let her put the fear of God into the nobles who paid her fealty, if that was what she desired. In the meantime, since she was always much too engaged to talk to him, he would beat the fear of God out of the peasants instead. "The ale in this inn wouldn't get a fish drunk," sneered Dornard, as the landlord hurried up with another jug. "Dishwater! Bring us something better!" Mordred just snorted. He was growing weary of Sir Dornard de Brunis. They had drunken and wenched together since Dornard had first become a bachelor knight, but the prince's latest crony was getting old. Dornard was growing a girth like a larded pig with too little adventure and too much ale. His mind had turned sluggish amongst the stews around the Tegel barracks. He no longer made Mordred laugh. His wild behavior, once a foil to Mordred's own, was now vulgar and gross in one of advancing age. Dornard was nearing 30. It was time for Mordred to find new drinking companions. This was no new thing for the prince. Nothing was new. The 13 worlds prospered, and changed little under the rule of deathless Morgaine. Nor did they change for her son. Mordred, crown prince-in-waiting to an immortal mother. But he was immortal too, with appetites that were always young. The Battle Queen's gift to her son. Always in wanting, always bored. 13 worlds without end. He needed young heads around him with the new amusements they might bring. But drinking companions came and grew old as quick as summer flies. Nothing ever changed. "Yes, fetch me something better, landlord." The prince held up a single gold bezant. The host's eyes widened. "What can I bring, my lord?" "I hear you have a daughter." "Lord Prince, she's my only child." "Have a care, landlord, or I'll have you fetch her mother for my fat friend here." "But my lord..." The little man tried to meet the prince's dark eyes, but his will was broken. He scuttled for his kitchen. "And more ale! Proper ale!" yelled Mordred. He was cold tonight. Something like the choleric bile dulled his soul. For no apparent reason, an old memory of Merlin repeatedly mocked at his thoughts.